Hey everyone, once again, welcome to our YouTube channel Poonitesh. Okay, so in last sessions, we have already seen our SUSE Linux installation, HANA DB also installation. So basically, in this session, we will going to explore the administration of HANA database. Okay, what are the things most required for any HANA administration or basis admin also you can say. So let me just open my VM. Let me just check my recording is started. This one is started. This one also started. So actually, morning I have already recorded video, but I forgot to click on start button. Or I guess I have started, but some issue it was not recorded. So again I'm recording this. Okay, so let me give a quick overview what we're going to cover in this video. We will see our post installation steps of HANA database. Okay, so after installing HANA DB, what are the things we need to take care? Okay, so in these sessions we will see basically HANA Studio, HANA DB we have installed an OS level, right, in a VM. But how we will going to access those? We need to log in via HANA Studio for those, right? So how we can whitelist the IP? How we can whitelist at OS firewall level? Let me log in first. Okay, those things we will see in this, and some commands also, how we can start DB, how we can stop DB, how we can check the current status of DB, those things. Okay, so let me just show you here. So these are the few commands which is the most important commands you can say. These are first one, HANA DB start command. To start HANA database, the command which we use is HDB start. There is alternate way also which you can use, SAP control. Okay, SAP control command. Okay, but SAP control is a standardized one. Okay, and you can say HDB is just only for HANA database. So what I mean standardized means SAP control command can be utilized for any SAP application, like as for HANA, SAP ERP, CC1, CRM, any SCM, any system we can use. PO system, Java, web, any stack system we can use for to start and stop SAP control. Many things, not only start and stop. Okay, so via SAP control. But HDB is basically only for HANA database. This utility can be utilized only for HANA database operations. Okay, so if in some interview or someone asks what is the difference between SAP control and HDB, so this point you guys can remember. Next one is stop command. If you want to stop the database, just simply say HDB stop, it will stop. Same, you can use the HDB control also here. Next one, DB status. How you can check the current status of DB, in what state it is it stopped running or error, like some started or some stop. So you can simply use HDB information in HDB info. This will give you current status of DB. Okay, next one. So let's okay, yeah, so these are the things, let me show you also. So I will log in my VM, my CMD, not by this. Okay, so okay, we are logged into our VM. Okay, so basically to execute any SAP command, whether it is DB or app server, we need to be in our SID ADM user. Okay, we should be in our SID ADM user only. What I mean SID ADM here, SID basically is system ID which we have gave during our installation, during our system installation. Remember, we have gave NTH as our SID, 00 as our instance. So basically NTH is our SID and ADM, so NTH IDM will be our OS user for database. So to do any operation on database, you should be in database OS user, basically SID ADM user. So let's switch to NTH ADM, and SU is basically to switch the user. And here we can simply just check what is the current status of DB. So what is the command to check the current status of DB? HDB info. Before doing any start and stop, just check. Okay, so here we can say nothing is running. Okay, basically here 6 processes are there. for database. If database is running, you will say name server, preprocessor, compile server, index server, dispatcher, and all those services you will say. Okay, so currently there are no service running. So what we will do, we will simply type HDB start. Okay, so by default it will wait for this second. Okay, and let's wait. Once it is started, it will say service started daemon running. Okay, so let's wait for this, and meanwhile I'll show you this. Okay, so we have covered HDB info practically also. We have started HDB also, and simply same way you can do HDB start also. Now, while it takes time to start, let's cover other things. So now, how, like, what about if we have started our database processes running at OS level, but how you will monitor, how you will do your operation on DB? You can't do it on OS level via SQL, right? Yeah, that's not feasible in real scenarios, right? So whenever we work in client system or in real systems, we always take care, after installation we take care of ports thing. Okay, we should take care of the port, whether DB port is whitelisted or not. Basically, to log in via HANA Studio, port should be whitelisted, right? Okay, so port should be whitelisted means basically HANA DB port. What are HANA DB port? HANA DB port basically three are instance number, what we have given for while installation, then 1 3, and second port is 3 instance number 1 5. Basically 1 3 is for our system DB and 1 5 for our 10 DB. If you want to log into your system DB via HANA Studio, then this port should be whitelisted. In our case, it would be 30013. And if you want to access 10 DB via HANA Studio, then your port 30015 should be whitelisted. Okay, so these things we need to take care. So how you will okay, we are aware what port we need to access HANA Studio, but how you will check whether it is whitelisted or not? Simply what we do in that case, we telnet, right? From your local CMD, you can just telnet, right? So telnet, if telnet says timeout, for example, say I'm giving port 192.168.1.49. This is not my real port. Okay, this is not my real port IP, sorry. This is my um our VM IP is 48. I have given just 49. Okay, so 30013. Okay, so simply like if port is not whitelisted, it will show you something like this. Okay, and after some time it will show you timeout. So this is a thing. And here firewalls, here to just check whether which port and which services are whitelisted in Linux, SUSE Linux especially, you can utilize utility called firewall CMD. Okay, firewall CMD list all, it will list everything which whatever whitelisted. Default will be public. Okay, so here our zone is public only. So currently we can see only RDP and SSH sessions, SSH are allowed services. SSH we have enabled, and RDP while installation by default enabled. But ports, see, are we able to see any of these ports? No, right? So these ports are not whitelisted here. So what we will do, we need to whitelist the port. So these are the command basically which I have used there to whitelist the port. Simply you can use firewall CMD utility only, and here we need to pass two parameters as permanent at this port as TCP. Okay, yeah, you should know which type of port you need. So in our case it is TCP. Okay, so I have whitelisted these 300134 system and 30154 10 NDB, right? So after doing this, the port directly won't be whitelisted. Okay, because we need to reload the configuration of firewall. So just pass the command firewall CMD and reload. Now our firewall reloaded with the latest configuration. Okay, so after that, just to cross check whether the ports are listening or just locally or globally, you can use command SSLNTP grep and port number. So here you can see port is star for everything, not only locally. It is means it's not listening locally, it's listening for all ports publicly, right? And here I have told you already, right? 30013 system DB 15 DB. Basically index server belongs to 10 NDB processes, and a name server comes in system DB process, right? So yeah, now it is listening. So from your system, how you will check whether and yeah, again you can when you will again check the whitelisted things at file level, firewall level, the list all. Now we can see 30013 and 30015 is whitelisted. Correct. Now we can see it is whitelisted. So after that, how you can cross check again from your local machine to VM? So simply just telnet IP address and 30013. Let me show you this. Okay. Let me make this in two window. One this and one is this. Okay. So simply just telnet. See, we are connected. If it blank screen comes when port is whitelisted, you are able to access, right? It's connecting. So finally we can proceed to HANA Studio connection. And here also see, here what we are saying, start okay, start with okay. So our DB also started. Okay, DB started. How you can add the connection? Okay, I have added previously. Let me create again. So just click on this, then select add system. Here you need to give IP address or hostname, anything. If you are giving hostname, make sure that is maintained in your host file. Okay, so I have maintained host file, so I'm giving Linux hostname. Then instance number was 0, and HANA is multi-tenant, especially HANA 2.2 is multi-tenant database. So here I want to add system DB, not tenant DB. Next, give the user ID. Default user ID is system, which gets created, and password what we have given Poonitesh 123, right? P capital. Finish. Okay, see, we have connected because our port whitelisted. Locally we are able to access the port. Okay, so here in this session, basically during starting our video only, we have we have discussed, we are going to see the administration part in this video, right? So to configure here, you can see multiple folders are there: security, provisioning, contain, catalog, backup, these things, right? So basically from basic Okay, so from basis perspective, basically we are concerned about this folder, basis and security. And in this video, let me focus on administration part only. Here, each and every tab has their own meaning and own use. Okay, especially these backup and recovery. This is the most important thing you can say in this screen. You can consider two things most important: backup and recovery, and configuration and monitoring. So in this session, we will focus on this configuration and monitoring, and in another section, I will create a complete video on backup and recovery. Okay, so Harsh, move on karo. Okay, so here in administration tab, we can see screen came, right? So here many screens, you are able to see many things are there on a screen. We have this screen also. These many screens are there, like, and every screen have their own information and own uses. Okay, so basically this is the screen, this is the window, basically you can say, where you can monitor your entire database. Okay, from here you can monitor your entire database and check current status, in what status actually it is okay or not. Okay, so from here, let's go one by one in each tab. So in first tab you can see overview. So by name only you can get it, it will give you an overview of your database. Okay, so operating status, operational status, basically it's saying SAP start SRV is not running. That's okay, we can start manually. Okay, so this is also information it's giving. System uses, we have, while installation we have selected type 4 as custom system. That's what it's representing. If you have selected dev, quality or production, it will show that here. Okay, next, when it is started, just now we have started, so you can say see start time. Okay, and a distributed system, what it means, distributed means whether your system support HA or DR. These distributed represent those. So basically we have not configured any HADR, so it is saying no. Build time, version, it is saying our DB version. So we have our latest DB. Okay, you can say HANA 2.0 SPS 8 SP8. Okay, and here platform time and all, what is which time it is supporting, our local time Kolkata. Platform on what OS it is, SUSE Linux enterprise server. And kernel version, hardware, which type of hardware it is. So hardware type, so basically it is on VMware. Okay, So if it is on your some physical server, or directly on physical server you have installed OS, then it will show that. So we have installed on VMware, that's why it's showing this. And below, okay, this is part of the, and some alerts if your system have monitored, that will be shown here. Okay, if you click directly, it will redirect you to alerts tab. Okay, so basically this is indirectly related to this tab only, third one. Here below, in this type we can see multiple numbers are there, kind of, we can say you are, it's referring to some storage only, right? Some numbers, that's correct. Okay, so in this tab, basically in these three you will get memory, disk, and CPU uses. So basically last you will you can take as how many limit it have assigned, how much it can use. So basically uh, resident memory and temporary memory. So basically temporary memory is your RAM and resident memory is your disk. Okay, so here we can say 31.95. Basically this many type, that much RAM is totally assigned to our system. Okay, and second last you can say this is the maximum used percent of RAM. Okay, so from starting, whenever the system started till that time to now, how much what's the maximum amount of memory our system utilized? So it was 9.7. And the first one, it shows how much RAM currently our system utilizing, right? So this is the thing. And for physical memory also 35 GB is assigned. Maximum it have total it is used 7.9. Okay, 7.59. And the database file which is created, that storage have 4.15. So basically in a data folder total 7.5 GB is utilized, but inside our data is only 4 GB. That what it means. Okay, and here CPU gives counts in percentage. Here you can see number of CPUs, 8 CPUs we have allotted. Here we can see, right? But here it will show you in percentage how many percentage is utilized. So my total CPU usage is 16%, but database used to have 11% only. So around you can say 5% operating system is utilizing, or whatever extra thing other than DB running on OS, those utilizing 5%, right? So this is how you can get quick overview of your OS plus DB here. Here you can get overview of your data volume, log volume, and trace file. Okay, so data volume we have assigned 40 GB, in which total 11.2 GB is utilized, right? Same from here you can say, and 5.6 GB data created in that. Okay, so this basically gives your OS level, directly OS level thing, and this gives exactly at DB level part. Okay, so these are the thing. And currently log volume disk have utilized 7.38, and log volume in that is 2.9 GB, 14% utilized. Total we have assigned log volume 20 GB. So now one more thing here, what we have did, if your backup is not running, your log backup is not running, complete backup not running, then your log volume gets completely filled. Okay, and once log volume filled 100%, your system, you won't be able to operate your system. Okay, so in real world many times happens due to some issue, DR not because of DRH. Those concept I will cover in the this video, okay, very important concept. So for the, if basically the, just for now, remember, if log volume gets filled, you won't be able to operate your DB, neither login, even sometimes we won't be able to turn off the DB and not even log in. Okay, so to avoid this case, because this is a dummy system for YouTube only, I have created this, right? So to safeguard from that scenario, what we have did, we have changed log mode from normal to override mode. Okay, so basically changing normal mode to override mode, it restricts system to generate it allows system to override the previous log files, current log files. Basically you can say, if disk space is not available, then it will just override the existing log files. Okay, so where you will find those? So just go in global.ini. Inside that, just go in persistent folder. Okay, p persistent, and here you will find log mode. Okay, just go in L. Here you can say log mode. Basically normal was default and I have changed this to override. Okay, we override because we can't allocate the disk limit is static, right? We have some restriction at hardware level. So this is how we can change the log mode. Okay, and now second tab. So I hope overview tab is completely cleared. Now in landscape tab. Okay, in landscape tab, here you can see multiple tabs. Okay, one is services, host, distribution, system, application. So basically in system services tab you can get overview what are the services running. Okay, compile, daemon name, server, preprocessor, web dispatcher, index. Why index is not running? Okay, just wait, let me see. Here db started, now hdb info. Okay, index server is running, correct, index is running, yeah. So basically we are in system db, right? So we are logged in via system DB. That's why we can see our all system DB five processes are running. So these fives are basically system DB work process services. You can say so. That's why we are able to see an index, and those are index and access engine are part of tenant database. That's why those are not here directly. Okay, in host you will see basically what are the hosts, what all the database connected with your system. So here we can say only master. What it means, we don't have any HADR. If you had HADR, it will be shown here like HA or DR, whatever name you have given our slave. Okay, redistribution, we can skip this. And system replication also most important tab here. This part I will also cover in this one only. Okay, backup and recovery. So backup recovery and in HADR concept, this part I will cover system replication. Okay, so this is basically HADR part tab. I will cover in those videos. Alerts, already we have seen what are the alerts are there. So basically it means that our port is not registered. Okay, that we know. HANA found unreserved ports, yeah. And here activated not readable transparent hues pages. Okay, okay, there. So basically backup is not running, the no backup found, ports not configured. So these things can be ignored. So here for now, just whatever alerts are there in system, you can just come here and check that. Okay, performance tab. In performance tab you can let's there was no tab, right? And in performance tab you can see basically what are the host in which on which host which services are running, what is their thread id. Okay, and who have called this. Okay, so basically we can say Poonitesh only at OS level only. Then here also you can say how much okay, so okay, here you can say also from how much these what from how many time it is running. Okay, specific process running from how much time. Here also we can say which user are running these service. Basically this connection is established by whom and by when. So you can say by system user, application user Nitesh. Okay, so basically this is my local, okay, local machine name. Okay, my local laptop user who have accessed via system user via HANA Studio. So everything gets logged here. Okay, in performance type we can say, and more in detail if we need, then in trace everything is get logged. Okay, what is going on in trace folder. Sessions, how many sessions are active and running. Here in session tab you can get. So here currently three sessions are running. Three sessions are there in which two are idle and one is active. For more information we can just right side, and here we can say what are those sessions. All these are HANA Studio sessions only, and activated by Nitesh only. Okay, via system user. So yeah, so basically whatever tabs you click, whatever SQL statements gets created, for all those these connections gets created. Okay, so they work in simultaneous block transaction. If any transaction are going on, and some deadlock is happen, or some dependencies there, that first one will complete, then second one will continue. So basically second one is blocked for the first one, right? So those things will be here: SQL plan, cache, expensive statement, trace. These traces are there which you can configure in trace configuration. If you have configured trace configuration, then you can say SQL cache here. So these things are running for SQL, right? What are the comments are going on running, what are statements running, everything is there. Expensive statement, if some statement running in DB which is like utilizing high number of RAM or disk, then those comes in expensive statement which takes longer time. Job progress, if any job is scheduled or running, so what is their status, those things, what are the loads in system, okay, in terms of CPU, RAM, everything. The loads part you can check here. Basically in this video I have to cover the everything regarding monitoring and administration to give you sound knowledge of HANA database, okay. So I'm covering each and every tabs here. Hope you guys are able to get those things from here. Okay, so volumes. In volume tab, basically you will get your data volume and log volume. What are the volumes used by HANA database? Okay, so here you can say storage device ID, total disk size, and used disk size. Okay, so here this is the total data limit, data size in MB, and this is the used one in percentage. You can say this many free, right? So this is total disk size and total disk size used. Okay, so yeah, the in volumes you can go get those information. In configuration type, we have already seen. In configuration type, basically we can configure our database to work in the most efficient manner. Okay, we can configure, change the parameters, those things, basically configuration part and maintaining the parameters, those things can be done in configuration tab for everything. Okay, for HDR concept, these getting utilized for log volume, data volume management, backup, restore, everything. Those parameters are maintained here. Some I will show you in next sessions while recording the video for HDR and backup recovery. In those sessions I will cover these few. I will show you few parameters in configuration tab also. Okay, in system information, basically this is we can say some predefined commands. Okay, if you want to check some like say 10 users who are working, so you need to type manual command, that can be done. But some most as from basic, from admin perspective, what are the most important few commands are there. SAP provides those by default. Okay, you use memory by table. If you will execute this, it will give you total number of memories which are utilized by memory. Okay, record logs, how many records are logged. If you click that, you don't have to manually type the commands for these things. So these are basically predefined commands, you can say. Diagnosis files basically nothing but trace and log files which are captured by HANA database only while running as a web dispatcher, daemon service, ISM service, name server, dispatcher, name server, index. So whatever services are running on, about those, how they are working, these are the configuration files. Basically you can say log files too. If some issues come, you can troubleshoot via here. Okay, so I have next last tab is trace configuration. I have shown you here, right? If you have configured the trace things, so you can see the logs. Okay, so from here we can configure SQL trace, database trace, user specific trace. Means basically database trace, basically the about database level services. If you configure, so how service is working on, about those like logs will be created. User specific trace, if you have configured this, then basically whatever user will log into system, whatever they will do, those things will be recorded here. Okay, end to end process also same. Then SQL trace, basically about your statements. Performance trace, how your system is performing, about those it will activate. An expensive statement, if some statement running longer than usual and utilizing more resources, then it will log the trace for that those. Yeah, so okay, huh, yeah. Okay, so my recording was stopped. I've started new one for this. Okay, and here we can see where we were in HANA Studio, right? Yeah. So here we have seen each and every tab in perspective of administration, HANA DB administration from HANA Studio. We have covered each and every topic each and every tab, sub tab, so you guys can get now sound knowledge of the system, how it is working, how we can monitor, and more configuration. When you will guys get hands on, then this will be helpful for you guys. So basically, to now end up the session, okay, just thank you everyone for joining our sessions, and just let me know what if you liked our videos, and if you gain some knowledge from my video, and it was helpful for you guys, just let me know in comment what you like the most about our videos. And let me know if you guys need some other topics also, and just interact in comments, so I can get to know what are my audience are trying to get from my our channel. Okay, so also just don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share in your groups, whoever need our videos. That's it for now, and do visit our channel. Okay, we have uploaded many good videos which can be helpful for you guys. And let me know if you guys facing any issue, or if you guys need any helps regarding jobs opportunities and all. Okay, so I can make videos also on that. And also just let me know in comment of who are from which module, if you are in SAP, or if you're not in SAP, then from which background you are. Okay, let me know that also. Okay, once again, thanks everyone, thank you for joining our session.